All right, I am back again. Once again. This works out. Hi, Jason, as always. Mm. Hi, Paula. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get some more people in here and I will show me face again. I love you, Paula. I didn't get a chance to show your video last night. I think we all got tired, but I would definitely show it just here in a moment. I'm scared to use my phone to share this link, so feel free to do that, you guys. If I share it, my phone may die, which kills my Wi-Fi. Can't have that happening. I love you more, Paula. You too can join the panel tonight if you like and share some of your Sky experiences. Apparently, I've gained some trolls that I was trying to answer to, but, powers that be. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. I'm going to attempt to share it on my phone. Let's just see. Yay. Jason, can you drop this link in one of our back chats? Please. All right, I'm attempting to share. Let's hope I don't get disconnected. Share, 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 like. If no trolls will come about, hi. PB said third. Yay. And if we don't get any trolls in the next 5 minutes, then we shall move on. Yes, sir. The whole point of this was to tell, all these enemies I all of a sudden have to back off. Just back off. My thing is, you guys, you cannot be the victim and the accuser and expect to learn anything. Saying. Rebecca, hi. I've been worried about you. Thank you for showing up. I hope all are well. Oh, everybody say hi to Becca. I'll be right back. Tonight we will be decoding. We'll watch an FPV and One Conscious decode some more scriptures pertaining to the grid, the halos, the nodes. Those things that people are mistakenly calling planets and things like that. So, give me a moment and I will show my face. I got to twist up real quick. I wonder if I could share a bit of that song now. The more I try to share, the worse the bandwidth gets. Excuse that, you guys. I always forget to turn that off. Paula, you can drop that link if you want in the chat right now, and I can scroll back up and we can watch it here in a few if you'd like. And let me give you a wrench, Miss Paula. Paula has a wrench. Paula has a wrench. And let me go ahead and set up this real quick. I believe this one is from FPV's channel. I don't know if it's One Conscious or one, or let's just find out. Again, officially, I will state for everyone, I am still a flat earther. Okay? I'm still that gal. However, I just spiritually have changed my way of thinking. Yeah. Please stop trolling me. Stop hating me. Stop making up excuses for me. I don't need them. I really don't need them. I am quite good. Uh-oh. Because truthfully, we've all been there. If you went from knowing nothing to a Planet Xer or a Nemesis researcher or Wormwood, Planet Nine, whichever, it took you down a line of truth, right? And faith within your belief, within yourselves, within your way of being, knowing when something's right. You get that click in your head, like, oh, okay. Ridiculed as becoming a Planet Xer, then went from Planet Xer to a flat earther. I think I've endured my share of being a realist. I think I've endured all of that all of you flat earthers and hollow earthers have. However, what gives you the right to say that flat earth is the end? How dare you give up so soon? And then criticize others who all of a sudden believe in something that is really out of this world and discriminate me. Not cool. Not cool at all. I guess I feel some type of way about who was. And let me tell y'all something else. Be unaware, since I was chosen to, in so many words, I have been chosen to put into the category that I am working for and or I am a false prophet. I can go so many ways with this, but I won't. The only reason for somebody to come at me in such a negative way is because they just don't believe and they're scared of the truth. I feel you. I feel you. I was scared at first too. Now, if you would like, people, for all of you who do not know, when I was awoken, this was what, 2 weeks ago, I can play that for you. I sure can. I can play. Matter of fact, I think I might, just to show y'all how real this is. This did not happen to me overnight. Like I woke up like this. No. Knowledge kicked me. Like you don't have a clue. Jason or FPV, can one of y'all, well, not FPV, but Jason, can you drop me that link of that night? Do you have that anywhere? No hurry. I would like to play that small part where I literally broke down. Where you can literally hear me crying from the bathroom. I believe that's what it takes. If you're already a flat earther, you're in a good place. Don't burn your bridges before you get to them, because that's going to keep you from the truth. Denial? Really? I'm still who I am. I still love my flat earthers. Not any better, not any less. But what I am is a realist, and I believe in FPV. I believe in Cat's Eyes Channel. I believe in One Conscious. I believe in their research. I believe you people just as you do. I'm just on a whole different level, that's all. And it's okay if you don't come up here with me. But for you to treat me in such a manner as if I'm an outcast is no reasoning within that, if you ask me. I'm still me. I'm not going to push this agenda on anyone. Because it's up to you spiritually to get right within. Not that you're wrong within. It takes a lot to get where I am. So I think Jason is looking for the link. I'm going to play that quickly so people will understand. Oh, you did? Nope. Oh, that's Paula's. Okay, make sure I keep that one. And see how Paula says, I don't know what to think about the flat earth theory, but has she denied any of us? She's been on this journey. She hasn't done anything. Thank you, Jason. Give me a moment and I'll screen share this. I'm going to pause it. I was going to say cross your fingers, we don't lose it, but do not cross. I don't think crossing anything is good these days. I just don't. All right, so we'll pause that. Go back. All right, give me a moment to screen share quickly. Okay. We're good so far, right? Yeah. It's working. It's working. Application window, it's working. Okay. For those of you who do not know what I'm about to share.
You draw near.
Oops, hold on. And then let me pause that. I think I might be queued up. Let's see. I'm going to queue it up to where I think it is. I think it's just here because I know it was an hour in. And I'll wait just a couple of seconds if people want to tune into this. Screen share should be coming up any moment, you guys. There we go. Good. Okay. So allow me to share with you people. I'll wait a few more. Now, for all of you who are criticizing me and talking about me, for all of you who I've invited into this theory, literally have sent you links personally. For all of you who are making up why this cannot be true, I just want to show you how I am heartfelt into this. I need for you guys to understand this. This was overwhelming. It's not like I all of a sudden met FPV and One Conscious and Cat's Eye and Jimbo and all of them. It's not like that. It just happened overnight. It was a long time coming for me. It just so happens that this was the Creator's plan for me. This is his plan for me. You understand? And it was overwhelming. I'll give him a couple more minutes. I believe I'm queued up, obviously. I'm gonna go back to a couple minutes. All right, I'm gonna start at the 58 mark. 58, yeah. Now, if you'll listen just here, you'll hear me already start to cry. Okay, and honestly, I was embarrassed. Not embarrassed, I just didn't want anybody to know I was crying. But then I was overwhelmed with nothing but goodness. I excused myself, but I was still overwhelmed as I was walking. Y'all have to understand I was weak at the knees, but it was good. It was all good. It was clarification. It was, you know, knowing that everything I've ever in the past 6 years have wanted came true to me in that very moment. Because FPV revealed to me that I'm clearly just misjudging what I'm seeing. I am calling them what they shouldn't be. You understand? It's not that I wasn't seeing them. I wasn't one yet. I'm one now. I need for you people to think luminaries, think projector. Everything we see above is as below. And don't be like me and say as above, so below, and not really have a meaning of what it really means, you guys. It's really off the chain. There's no way. I mean, this is way out left field. As above, so below. You better respect it. You got to learn it, embrace it. And the only people I know on this flat plane right now that are doing that are the very few people in my chit chat. It goes beyond flat earth. I will say it again. It goes beyond flat earthers. Have you given up? So flat earth, that's it for y'all, right? Yeah? You think so? Well, we already know that the sun and moon are acting funny. That we already know they're acting up. Flat earthers, you have yet to prove how they work. If the sun goes out of your perspective and as in the moon, you haven't proven that. None of y'all have. But y'all insist the earth is flat. Well, then where's the sun and moon go? If you go beyond that, you guys, you'll find out that everything is electric. It's an electric grid. Everything, it's like an engine. And I could go on, but all right, there's 11 in there. If you guys would just listen, you'll hear me break up. I'm telling you, this is who I am, and this is who I will continue to be. I believe that there's more to this. Like FPV and One Conscious, they're constantly digging, they're constantly learning. I want to be a part of that. So, Troll, stop interrupting my live streams. I'm giving you a chance. It's over now. Mods are on point. I want all my mods to trout every one of them. No, I'm playing. Give them a chance to speak and then trout them. LOL. Here we go.
Made the Milky Way.
Oh,
The sun was born every morning to this cow as a calf, journeying towards the west. Romulus and Remus from Roman times are the twin sons of Mars. They represent the lake of fire below. The radioactive lake of fire, basically from all the angels that produced hot coals from the eyes round about the accelerator. Ezekiel tried to describe the wheel in a wheel. The Mayans say they come out to show us the map of the underworld. The stars, etc., are the map to the underworld.
And I have the Mayan calendar everywhere.
The hot flow you see on the minute map is the fire going east to west. It even has what they call a nuclear bulge. Radioactive Romulus and Remus feed off the she-wolf, the radioactive lake. Romulus and Remus are probably the sun and moon, fed by the same energy, radioactive material.
Yeah.
The hot coals from Scripture, aside from the wandering stars, the rest of the map of the underworld. As above, so below.
As we can see, people, our research is revealing a very intelligent creator who has created a realm which can only be described as a technological masterpiece, a construct beyond our comprehension, as our ancestors found and tried their best to describe. You will also notice we are decoding geoglyphs, petroglyphs, and hieroglyphs. The reason for that is because they are telling the exact same story, the only difference being the descriptions of the angels are listened due to their varying roles and different looks in different geographic locations. They're still part of the same mechanisms that give us our luminaries and a great many other things. A construct designed and maintained to the highest standard with the most ornate descriptions one can possibly imagine. We hope you enjoy our research and information and that helps you see and recognize there is a creator, their glory being revealed in a way we did not expect to see, let alone find. We fully accept this and look upon our own new eyes and knowledge, a knowledge that seems to have been lost, yet is depicted everywhere in sacred geometry, scriptures, geoglyphs, petroglyphs, and hieroglyphs. How did it come to be that we have forgotten all that was once known everywhere in our realm? I'll leave you with that thought, so until next time, it's goodbye from us.
I need a moment, y'all. I'll be right back. What y'all are hearing is me. That's me, y'all. It's me waking up. Just like you cry when you're born. Same scenario. I'm no born again Christian by no means, but I felt rebirth. I felt overwhelmed with knowledge. It was such a life-changing experience for me. And for all you who are criticizing me, until you go through this, you are no means on my level. So please stop. I'm asking you, trolls, to stop. Stop interrupting me from learning. You know, I will no longer focus my energy towards y'all. This is your last chance to just come out and ask me anything. Hold on, let me go ahead and switch back real quick. Uh-oh. Yep. Still waiting. So I guess the moral of this right here is just stop. For all of you who helped me get to Flat Earth. For you to renege right now, I'm not so sure on your thoughts and your beliefs. For you not to expand your horizons, it's totally on you. I'm just an informant. You understand? I'm just sharing my truth with you. And if you're stuck just as we were as Globers, just as I was as a Flat Earther, I expect the same from you, but not the criticism, not the hate that's unnecessary. And in order for you to expand as a as a truther, as a realist, then stop. Negativity, really? You think that's going to get you anywhere? Once you learn about this electric grid, you are going to have no choice in this world but to be positive and try to handle things and maintain some type of decency about yourself for anyone to believe anything you're ever going to say. So I'm right here and watching from the phone. And I am a Flat Earther. I'm a traveler. I'm an enthusiastic. I'm all of the above because I'm not done learning and done. Neither should you be. Even as FPV and one conscious and Cat's Eyes and all them, they're not done. They probably never will be. Not even in their lifetime will they have a complete answer of everything. But they're on the right track. You know why? Because I feel it. In order to be a really true Flat Earther, you have to believe in something other than the Big Bang. You have to believe in something other than a creator created a flat plane with a dome. It's so much deeper. It's deep. I'm not even so sure about HAARP anymore. I'm not so sure. I mean, once you go up this ladder, you start questioning everything. And then things start to make sense to you, the way I can't even say the way we have been programmed by whomever forces. It goes so much deeper than you. I think what our creator needs for you to understand is that he's bigger than you, your channel, your friend's channel. He's better than anything ever. He has every breath you take. He's everything you see. Open up your respect. I'm asking you to open up your respect. Just like this much. For other people who have been where you are, Flat Earthers. What you just heard, if you didn't hear it, rewind, was me. That was me. That was me coming out. No closet, no door. That was me transforming immediately as soon as FPV brought forth truth, relevance, and just knowledge. What I have been seeing. Now, I don't understand how I got here. I don't know why my creator started off with what I thought to be aliens and ships, and I know the orbs are right, but you got to think spiritual. You flat earthers, you ain't got it yet. You don't have it, or you wouldn't be hating on me. So stop. I've got it. I'm on my way. I welcome you to join me anytime. Just tune in to FPV, One Conscious, Cat's Eye, Jimbo, Lev, Kathleen. I don't. The team is just gets bigger. It's so much bigger than you, me, or anyone. So I'm going to look at the chat real quick, and then we shall continue. We're going to go on with FPVs. Let me see which one I have lined up. Decoding something. FPV is always decoding. Let's see if I don't screw this up. This one. Thanks, you guys, for listening to that. That was, I almost cried that time. I almost cried, not quite. Oh, geez, really? Hold on, I gotta plug her in. All right. She is plugged in. Yay. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and screen share. That's what I'm going to do. I'm back. Salty Cedar, hi. And you know what? I really wanted to tune into Milky Way stream tonight. I'm so sorry. I wanted to schedule this so I could also tune in. But hell, you can go back and forth if you want. But shouts out to Milky Way. He's one of the only ones that have not flipped the script on any of us, if you pay attention. Milky Way has so many people on his channel. Why can't everybody be like that? He's open-minded. He's never clarified to say anything or just say that he has a particular way. But shouts out to Milky Way for not changing ever, no matter what. He never changes. So I'm looking at the chit chat. Any questions? Let's see. Salty Cedar. Hello, FPV. Jason. Paula. Oh yeah, I have that link. And also from Paula's channel, we will be seeing was it the halos you shot? I'm just reading the chat, I'm sorry. They are marked on our grids using the navigation. Yeah. And something else that made clarification for myself is when One Conscious has a video that literally can show you what parts of the states are haunted. Literally, like once you become a gritter, you start thinking on a different level. Everything, just as you do when you become a flat earther, you start thinking on a whole different level. Well, same scenario, same concept, different levels. That's what it is. So you really start thinking about everything, and then when things start making sense, that's when you're overwhelmed. But One Conscious came out with this video. You know what? I lost my train of thought because I'm reading the chit chat. Their channels are so overwhelmed. You're not going to be able to think straight either. So it's just what happens. Something as simple as salt becomes a whole different, the way they use it. And I do know a little bit about engineering as far as working on a car. So that helped too. I'm trying to think overall, what would help you people actually get on our level? Not saying that our levels are any more prioritized than y'all's level. Look, I'm already categorizing us. There is no y'all's, us. If you think of an engine and the way it has to be maintained, think of the underground in such a way. I'm just clarifying. With a spirit, if you will. If you know what I know, then you have a whole bunch more respect for Yahweh, God, Elohim, whatever you prefer to reference it to. Think about it, people. Is it more amazing to have just a flat plane where water finds its own level? Or is it that much more exciting to know that it comes from underground, right down to the crop circles? Your questions can be answered. You have to allow us to tell you, you know? That's what I'm here for. Darn it. I'm not going to cry. Okay, let's share this video. I'll be right back. Not going to screw it up. Jason, I'm not going to push too many buttons. Let me find that video. One second. Really? Oh, there it is. Okay. We will be watching. It's a live show that they had. The Codings reveal flat Earth energy with FPV Angel. Sharing now. You should be screen sharing any moment now. Live decodings. Flat Earth energy with FPV Angel. And One Conscious, of course. If y'all have not subscribed to their channels, please do so. Even if you don't believe, you need to leave your options open. I'm telling you. And another reason I think I'm pushed to do this is because time is truly up, people. And it has been written. Now, come on now. Even if you're a glober, you believe that something's going on. If you believe in that book and you take it literally, then you know something's going on. So please note that something is going on. And whatever you believe in, everything is about to come to a cease. Literally everything. I agree with you, biblicals and you Christians and everybody else who thinks something's about to happen. That's something we all can come to terms to, right? So why not indulge in why it's happening, how it's happening? Get right within. The more you understand, the closer you get. Spiritually, seriously. And I mean that. You have to open up all your windows and get all the dust out, all those particles that are negative. You got to get rid of them. And just listen. Stop judging ahead of time. Listen, I know I've been there. God knows I'm always overanalyzing things. That's why I'm hard-headed. That's why I talk too much. Thank God, the troll reminded me that last night. But here we go. Please like and subscribe to One Conscious and FPV. Jason, if you drop those links, or FPV, you can feel too, whoever wants to. But I hope it gives you a heads up. If you do not finish this video, please do so in your spare time. No pressure. But you can't watch half these videos and get the next video I'm going to shoot. You understand? This is an hour, so I might be done after this. But just wake up. That's my honest answer. Just to all the questions. Just wake up, people. Give yourself a chance. You cannot stop at Flat Earth. You can't. You're wrong if you stop at Flat Earth. You're completely biased. Just saying. Leave room for everything. Expect the unbelievable.
Will you do the intro one?
Yes. So we'll see if some other people kind of join in, but just thought we'd go through some different pictures, because I always see a lot of people putting up different, pictures, but they don't really, excuse me, talk too much about them or try to decode them in any way. So I thought it would be a good idea to maybe try that.
Yeah, you've got to read into it more than just an image. The story there to be decoded.
So, just go through some of these pictures. And give a little bit of take on them. So, let's start here.
That's a nice picture. What a beauty, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go for it or me?
No, you can go ahead on this one for sure.
Okay, on the top we've got two particle accelerators, the Eye of Horus, both facing inwards, which means one's spiraling clockwise and one's spiraling anti-clockwise, or counterclockwise as you guys would say. So that's telling you it can switch modes, it seems. Whichever angel technology is relating to, that one there definitely can switch modes, clockwise or counterclockwise rotation. So they're doing it like we see with the winds. Like a tornado, it'll rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. That's what that's actually relating to. Not that it's designed for making tornadoes, but they're just a byproduct of what's that really. So what you're looking at is two particle accelerators at the top. Or it could be one that can switch roles. It's possibly just one there and they can reverse looking at it because it's only depicting one angel. The angel itself thinks as a particle accelerator. And that one looks like it can project. It's only got the two wheels. It's kind of telling me that one there is something to do with one of the major luminaries. If you remember with the seraphims, it had 6 wings. 2 covered the eyes and 2 covered the feet. In other words, it wasn't projecting a luminary and it was stationary. That's why it was covering the feet. This one looks like a projector. That's what I'm looking at there. It's definitely a projector type technology. Projector route. I think it represents 4 wings, because if you look at the wings, it looks like 2 large ones and 2 smaller ones. On the inside, you can see it if you look at them. That's what we've seen with the other ones that project the luminary, isn't it? Like 4 wings involved, not 6 or not 2. It's 4 for the luminary.
And each wing, each feather, as it's portrayed, has a direction, you know.
You can see that, you can see the hands on the inside there, like it's referenced in scripture as well. It
Yeah.
looks like human hands inside the wing. Yeah. That.
And it looks like Jesus on the cross still.
Yeah.
A lot of these do.
Yeah, we've got to Jesus as being a representation of these on the sun projector.
Did y'all hear that?
That's what I would, you know.
Allow me to go back.
The sun
Got to hear what he said there now. Nobody's saying they don't believe in Jesus. We just believe in him in a different way, in a whole different spelling. Because the S-U-N does precisely what the S-O-N does in the Bible. Yes, same 3 days, same whole 9. You just have to open your mind and look at it in a different perspective. Please. All right, we're going to hear what FPV says one more time.
See the hands on the inside there, like it's referenced in scripture as well. It looks like human hands inside the wing. Yeah.
And it looks like Jesus on the cross still. A lot of these do.
Yeah, we've got to Jesus as being a representation of these on the sun projector. That's what I would, you know, I've always said that I think the Son of God is Jesus. It means S-U-N. I don't know where they all came from.
Is it so hard to believe that the Bible is a huge deception? I mean,
the sky of God, you know,
only in the sense of what the way you think. That's all.
Technological creation. 144,000 sealed scriptures. They're sealed down below in sarcophagi.
Yes.
Because of the
Jesus had great intentions.
Being particle accelerators,
Jesus is the only positive thing in that book. Is that the world you want to leave this? You want to leave this plane thinking that that's it.
Situation where we get a fallen angel, in other words, it goes offline, it malfunctions, it breaks down. It's already
Sorry.
sarcophagus.
I'm gonna stop talking. Did y'all hear what he said about the fallen angels? It gets me every time. It tickles me pink.
Using radioactive materials, which in scripture they call hot coals. It has to be contained, because if there's a situation where we get a fallen angel, in other words, it goes offline, it malfunctions, it breaks down, it's already concealed in a sarcophagus.
Go right ahead, Paula. Go right ahead.
To contain the unfolding disaster. That's exactly what we see around nuclear power plants today. It's the same process. When their accelerators fail, they have to fill the sarcophagi around the nuclear disaster to contain it. In modern times, this is exactly the same process in the underworld. That's why they seal it below. In the event of a problem, it's already sealed and it should not cause any more problems. The only thing you will see is a luminary in the sky will go offline. Or the sun might jump across part of the sky if it's one of the ones used for guidance. So that's a lot of information for one image, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Really.
So, next one. One of these temples.
Right, the one with information on that one, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, getting close-ups and going who the characters are in the temples, we're going to be guessing a bit on this one. But same again, it is representing characters in the underworld, or not so much characters, but technology. You know, we've been given for a long time. Humans have been given technology, sex, and character and personification.
Technology, sex, and curriculum.
You know, it may be to do with the male, female, positive, negative, clockwise, anti-clockwise kind of methods by they portray humans. And, well, not so much humans, but you know, the characters.
Creeper Master 000 said, "What is this, and why am I watching it?" Go ahead, mods. Fill him in. Welcome to the panel. I mean, welcome to the chit chat, by the way.
And it has all of the little representations of all the different gods on it. And on the top,
great question.
It's all pointing, it's portraying that these things are projecting up.
There's the seven radiant luminaries at the top. Can you see them? And seven things at the top. I think they represent the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn.
Yep.
7 major luminaries.
As well as the top of it, in a way, reminds me of how the Ark of the Covenant's set up. See how the two are arcing in at the top and the luminaries are in the center, and that's how they say the Ark works. The energy comes from the center.
Yeah,
that was deep.
Let me just say a quick hi to Sandra, Jason, Hazmat,
Jason,
Blood, Eternal.
Frog Jason.
I don't know how you lost your wrench, FPV, but you did, so I gave it back. Don't know what happened.
Just so happens we're laughing at Jason live and via recording.
Hello, Jason, Sandra, Hazmat.
You mad? Grow some hair. Hello. I've seen your channel a couple of times. Welcome.
Hello. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, just a quick screen by one.
Yeah.
And why not? Why not?
This one's just weird because it just looks like a bunch of squiggly lines. But when I found it under searching for angelic languages. Yeah. So then I started to kind of look at it.
Yeah, I'll go check out Grow Some Hair's channel. It's pretty, you guys will like it.
Doesn't mean anything to me, but it's definitely some kind of language or information, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, you have a fan.
Time, otherwise, it wouldn't have been recorded. You know. We just look at it and see squiggly lines.
You may come across them on sacred geometry. You know, that's when you start to see the connections. It's all right seeing it like that, but if you're seeing these same squiggles on geometry somewhere, then yeah, there's a deeper story there to look at.
This one I found, it's just different, different symbology and meanings. I won't go too much into it, but the Merkaba's there. You know, it's all geometry.
That one down on the left side, that looks like part of our grid. You see it below the diamond.
Yes,
Generation for the interaction of two opposing principles. Right there, that's telling you some of the workings right there, isn't it? Generation through the interaction of two opposing principles. Very nice word. That's what we see on our grid, basically.
Yeah. Hello, Jamie.
Speaking of Jamie,
Yeah.
where is Jamie?
A lot of these, you know. But yeah, it's all here again with this one. Can you see my mouse? Two intermingling ternaries. You know, this is all part of the grid.
That's like what we see at the center of our grid, isn't it?
Doesn't it make more sense to you
Exactly.
people as an electric
One on the left,
grid than a
on the
Big
outside,
Bang
and that
Theory? Think
star
about it,
one that
people.
you just pointed out, that's kind of in the center. Yeah, so it's relating to the grid, basically, parts of the grid. There's no quarter of the universe, that one with the circle and the sign in it, yeah.
This one, yep.
Yeah. We've got word in there, and it is pretty much relevant to the grid.
Exactly.
And then I don't think we'll ever decode it all, but it's grid, clearly a lot of that.
Yeah, it grabbed me in the beginning because it was all the sacred geometry and different.
Okay, so I just received another message. I'm not going to read it to you because that's negativity. Y'all know where I lay with this. But let me think about how to answer this the right way. I'll be right back.
You know, signs. And then when you start to read them, they're very interesting. It would take time to study it a bit, but sure, it all relates.
Those in the know know exactly what they all mean.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
Hello, Jennifer. And then here's that famous picture of Venus.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, had to throw that one in there when we're talking about angels,
Okay, I'm gonna go
projections
ahead.
and stuff.
I'm going to stop it right here. Take a look at what you see. Really indulge in that photo. Because this is what we are going to ultimately, this is what we're going to see. And this is just part of the underground projected to us. Now, if you have no knowledge of this, luminaries, you have no knowledge of the angels and the halos, this is going to scare the out of you. What happens if you just decide one day that, you know, you're going for a drive and all of a sudden this appears in front of you? Think about it. People aren't going to know what to do. At first, they're going to think, okay, well, I'm seeing things. Then you're going to hopefully pull over and remember this video or somebody else's video that has. The last thing you're going to be thinking about is a sundog, if you are aware. Now, sundogs don't do that. They don't do that, supposedly. Everyone is going to be seeing this very, very soon. Stop making up excuses what it is and indulge in it. We have to own this. We have to know it. If you don't know it truly in your heart, you're not going to respect it. And you can't respect the fact that there is something greater than just a flat plane, then you've not completed your journey. You understand? I refuse to believe that most of you are gullible like that. Don't give up just because you're a flat earther. It's not over. It's not over for me either, or FPV, or One Conscious. It's just the beginning, but we need to acknowledge our past before we can understand anything that's going to happen from here on out. I like being in the place I'm in. I like being able to say that that's a node and that's a halo. I like being in between two angels because of One Conscious and FPV telling me where I am on the map, on the grid, quote unquote. I like knowing where I am. I'm centered with that. And I'm overwhelmed with knowledge, and I want you guys to be too. But you got to get out of that ignorance. That ignorance, there's no room for it here. No room at all. There's way too much knowledge going on up in here. Seriously. So just think about what you're looking at, because you're going to see a whole lot of it. Oh, and it's going to be overwhelming. But wouldn't you have more sense of respect for it if you knew what you were looking at? Just like us beings. I know how I feel when I look at my mom because I'm connected to her. I know how I feel when I look at FPV's scary ass icon. I know how I feel. Same thing with everyone else. It's all about energy, people. But what you are seeing here in front of you is depicted from the underworld. Okay? They're depicted from the underworld. The Baphomet says it all. Look at the Baphomet statue, guys. Come on now. As above, so below. Exactly what his hands say. He's depicted equal on both sides. Except for one side has 2 kids. Anyway, yeah. So don't be frightened when y'all start seeing this. And stop making up names for it. Stop it. That's unnecessary. It just adds to the drama. There is no other name for this than angelic. Oops, I can't think of it right second. But it's definitely not of this flat plane. As above, so below. Respect it.
Remember, guys, these are showing up because of chemtrails now. How far away can Venus be for chemtrails to be effective? Not that far, is it, when you think about that? You know, we haven't got chemtrails and barium blown out into space, have we? Venus, God knows how many miles away they say it is, but clearly it's not that far away.
FPV can be funny.
Chemtrails.
I don't want to be.
Because certain chemicals that they spray and have caused these to be visible, especially barium.
Thank you, Jason. Angelic particle matrix.
In other words, any
Jason always has my back.
Electromagnetic kind of, so, you know, what can I word this? The electromagnetic projections is what we call these. Well, I'll go a bit further. I call them radioactive electromagnetic projections.
And the aurora borealis, you guys, y'all need to forget everything you've learned about it. Restart.
The proper wording I would give to these luminaries.
The borealis will make so much sense to you as a great believer.
As I learn things are changing, you know. Yeah, radioactive electromagnetic projections from the underworld, basically that's obviously from Venus's projector. If this is a bit
Venus is projected to all you people who have telescopes.
Conclusions on it being technology. That basically, when the globe failed, what we did was throw everything away. We went back to what the ancients were taught and teaching, and that's where you find the secrets. You know, the underworld starts coming to life. Everywhere you look in the ancients' depictions, the underworld's very much playing a very important part in it. And then you start to see these big beings and technologies and God knows what else.
Did y'all hear that?
You know, you're looking at a picture of what they represented, what they saw in the underworld. And as we're proving with our research, slowly but surely, it's coming together.
And yes, I'm talking too much, but just the other day, I have to share this with y'all. As I got up out of my bed, I looked down. I have a carpet of the Mayans calendar. I didn't make the connection until I realized that we live on a grid and everything is mechanical, and I just started thinking mechanically. Did I look over the bed and look at the Mayans calendar and realize that it is? FPV can't make this up. Y'all have to believe me. You can't make it up. You think that these people went through all of this to simply make something up, therefore false prophet let you people? That made me angry. That's why I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know what to call them. But to say that I am, they insinuated that I was working for FPV and One Conscious in such a manner that we are false prophets. No, I'm not driven by no other force than glory. You understand me? I'm full of glory. I found the glory. I know where it exists. And I welcome you. Glory is not even a word I use, people. And my, how your vocabulary will pick up when you're awake. I surprise my damn self sometimes. Yep. Sorry, but the Mayan calendar is clearly a depiction of the underground. That's not a coincidence. I don't believe in those. That's nothing more than research. Research. Understand. Oh, please, people, get with me on this. We need this energy. Y'all don't understand. I'm more electrified and telling the truth now so than I've ever been in my life. Because it makes sense. What FPV it is, what it is, absolutely. These Mayans are the ones who drew what you're looking at right there. They depicted that themselves. They're all by themselves. Okay? FPV is not a part, nor is One Conscious or the team a part of the Mayan world. How in the heck did he come up with such a grid? He didn't use the Mayan calendar as a map. You don't take words for granted, people. That's what we need to stop doing. Stop taking words for granted. They are what they are, but you got to research it. Come on now. Really, the Bible's way too easy. By now, the Bible's way too easy to believe. It's full of evil. It's way too easy to actually comprehend for someone who you pray to. I'm not saying don't believe in the book. I'm saying look at the book a whole different way, people. Oh, I'm getting excited. You got to look at it in a different manner. What's wrong with that? What's so wrong with someone looking at that book in a different manner? I'm no longer saying I don't believe in it. Step one, I believe in it, but I believe that it was dictated in such a way for us to actually get off our asses and do some research. Find out who I am, my creator wants us to do. Dig. Make yourself useful. Get away from all this technology. Do some digging. Only then will you find me. What, under a mustard seed? Yep. Sounds about like that. Because it don't take nothing more than a microchip to run you in a piece of paper that says whatever. That dollar bill is evil. Get out of it. Stop with the technology. Do some research. Find out who that creator is, and I guarantee you'll be overwhelmed with nothing but goodness, and praise will come upon you. It's not about just believing in that book, people, please. Oh, Lord. It's not about that book. That book is instructions indeed, but instructions to the underworld. That's what it leads to. It leads to the underworld if you have an open mind. Do yourself a favor. In yourself, take the time to go to FPV's channel, Unconscious channel, drop the links. Take time to do that. I can't stress this anymore. I'm going to keep stressing it because time's almost up, you guys. Come on now. They say Yellowstone is going to blow. That's just an inkling of what is going to happen. Okay? The Book of Enoch, just like One Conscious on her video yesterday said, he who know this, I'm not going to do it word for word because I'll screw it up. But if you know these things, then you can move on. I no longer think the whole reason for living is to die with dignity. I think it's deeper. The whole reason of living is to absorb this knowledge. That's what I'm doing. I'm absorbing. I'm no longer the only reason I'm on the internet now is to pass goodness and refresh your memories of there is a creator, Big Bang Theory. You're disrespecting yourself and the people that you're preaching to. Just saying. 5 senses, use them. You're not spinning on a globe. Let's get past that. You're not spinning on a globe. You're more likely to get slung off a spinning globe than you are to walk off the flat plane of Earth. Come on now. Sorry.
It's projection technology from the underworld. Particle accelerators are angels, basically.
Like this one. All of this detail involved in these. This one's more cartoonal looking, but this stone.
Paula asked in the chit chat, she said, what is the underworld? FPV, take the floor. There he goes. The underworld is where the projectors of those lights in the skies are. See, people, much respect to Paula. Heads up, everybody. If y'all agree, give me a 5 in the chit chat. Just give me the number 5. See how Paula is? Paula is in my chit chat. She is asking questions. She's not defying anything. She's not categorizing anybody. What she is a genius, because curiosity is helping her grow. Stop ignoring your curiosity, because there's no negativity here in the chit chat. She's asking questions, and she'll get her answers. And she'll keep asking questions until she's satisfied with her answer. And if they can't answer it, they will clearly say, oh, that's a good question. What does it make them do? More research. They want questions. In order to ask a question, you have to pay attention. And I know this is all hard to endure. You probably come across this track and see the mind calendar like, oh, I already know that, and keep it moving. Wrong mistake. You're mistaken. You don't know. Because everything that you see is luminaries. They're all projected. The reason why? Good question. The reason not to? Because you don't get it. You're not holy. Like, I found the holiness in me. Like, I found that glory. Because I'm not going to stop asking questions, and nor should you.
Tablet exists. So, you know.
Yeah. That's the main one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the yeah.
Any mandalas the same as well. You start looking at mandalas and it's depicting a north, south, east, west, something in the centre, things beyond the outside of this realm. Yeah. This thing is doing exactly the same. If you look at the centre of the grid, you've got that X-shaped kind of thing in the centre, the cross shape. Yeah. What we would call, say, Brahma at the centre.
Brahma,
things
yeah.
around it, and then you cardinal directions, the north, south, east, west locations out there.
Okay.
Yeah. All those and
see, this is why I do this. Now, looking at the center of this Mayan's calendar, yes, guys, it's the same calendar that people depicted. Oh, what was it? December the 21st, 2012, I think it was. Everybody thought the world was going to come to an end because so-called the calendar did. No, it didn't. There's no end to this calendar. It's clearly it's just a depiction of the underworld. It shows where things are, where they lie, how they work. If you take the time to get it. Now, I just came to another aha moment. The tongue coming out of the center of this calendar is not. Back in those days, people, they did not have chemtrails. Okay, there was no chemicals to hide this or anything else. They clearly saw that, but what they are seeing is a luminary from the underground that looked like it had a tongue hanging out. What I believe, what you all call Venus, was pulling away at that time, and some red dust came out. I mean, it's so much deeper. Like, just imagine. We don't have this technology, right? Imagine you have none of this. You're simply sitting outside and you're writing down what you see in the sky on a level of just being human. No technology to give you any info on what you're drawing. You're clearly just drawing it, right? It would look like to me, like we're seeing these days with the red so-called plasma, that the tongue would be plasma to me in a certain era, such as we see now. I've seen the middle of this calendar in the sky. I would draw that. When you get to the point I'm at, you guys, and I'm not saying this for no other reason than what it is, I have seen everything on this calendar in the sky, but just looked at it as like real, like, oh no, that's a UFO, and I see a being in that craft, and yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did. Go through my channel, watch. I did it. But at the same time, I was also entertained with CERN. I was also looking up geoengineering, I went all the way back to the Mayans, just Atlantis. Everything makes sense when you come all the way back to the grid. It all makes sense. I can now say why this and why that happened. I just can't do it to y'all yet because my vocabulary needs to build just a little bit. But here we go. I'm sorry, but I've seen the center of this calendar, you guys. in the sky. I would have drawn that. Yeah, I could see where they would do that. I can clearly see it. The red tongue is nothing but plasma. The same thing then as now. Yes, I get it. I get it. I get it.
And then we've got our secondary directions, and it has the 8. So
And obviously the calendar and everything's included in this.
yes.
And a lot of other events that we're not sure of.
Just so everybody understands, this right here, it would just be the center of our world. That's right. That where the angel, the 8 of them.
I know. Am I going too fast? I'm sorry, mister.
The outer circle of that would represent the outside, the farthest halo on the outside of our grid, basically.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand.
5, 6. There's 6 of them, just like on the map.
Yeah, 6 halos.
Mm-hmm.
But we do think there was more. The fallen. Remember now, fallen angels. When an angel falls, something in the sky has to get switched off, basically.
Did y'all hear that? No. I have to do it. He clearly just said that a fallen angels is pertaining to something malfunctioned. They didn't literally fall from heavens to earth. That didn't happen. They failed to work. They malfunctioned. You understand? It really does make sense on the grid whenever you actually pay attention. It just starts making so much sense. Like, why would they fall down to earth on a spinning globe? First of all, you start thinking global then it becomes nonsense. And then you go through an anger period, and then you jump the flat earth. And I am where I am now. And I'm sorry, mister, if I'm going really too fast, because every time I watch these videos, be it live, be it private, doesn't matter. It's like watching episodes of movies, a series. I learn something every time, even though I've already seen it 2 or 3 times. So my apologies. But it's overwhelming to me. It is. I just learned something again, and I've already seen this video twice. It's like how many times a preacher preached to you in church? The same verses over and over again. Each time affecting someone that's sitting in the chapel. You understand? That's genius. That is genius. Because if somebody missed the verse the Sunday before, Sunday, I now know what Sunday means. It's much different than Sunday, day of the week. Anywho, I'm just saying there is a method to their madness. When you figure it out, you're the genius. Because instead of working against them, let's learn about it. I want to know more now. I want to know more. I can accept things. I can accept more so in a spiritual way. Do you understand? And at the same time, I'm not even angry with the underground or whoever is doing this. I'm not mad anymore. I'm beyond that. I just want to know. Don't you want to know? Literally, don't you want to know? Just listen.
The fallen angels mean things in the sky being taken offline.
Taken offline.
Ooh, see that language there? I've seen this before on a rock, somewhat not far from where I live. I can't remember the name of this language now, but I've seen it on a rock.
Yeah, I found it when I was looking up angelic languages as well. So a lot of these that I have found, I was actually searching for angelic languages when I ran across them. So I saved them. Didn't know what I was going to use them for, but
see there?
Why not just show them? Somebody knows what this stuff means. Somebody does.
Jason just guessed there, or Ogren's language, it's Celtic and Druids.
Oh,
The location I found it was near a Roman fort. I think a slab of stone with these on near a Roman fort. But I also know a farmer that's got a slab that he dug up on his land, and it's got the same kind of writing on. Now,
wow.
The British Museum wanted it off this farmer. They asked him if they could have it, and he said no, he's keeping it. Apparently the farmer's got the right to keep it. They can't just demand it as theirs. Farmer gets the last say, so that's good news. So they can't just steal it off him and hide it. The farmer will know he's going to put it above his doorway. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, huh? Now, if he's found it on a mound on his land, and it's suggesting there could be something below there.
Yeah,
You know, it might not be a burial ground, it might be alternate technology in Celtic language.
Well, now there's this key, so you could go on an adventure and
Yeah, I've
you
actually,
can't see what it says.
yeah, I've got it in the
Right.
mobile phone, the alphabet for it. I've just never been back to the guy's house to decode it for him. But yeah, it's on the mobile phone. We've already saved that. That's how we recognise it.
Very cool. I didn't even know that, see?
See? I love it. The communication. See?
So
Progress.
that's really neat
That's progress.
that I just saved it because I found it very interesting.
She saved it because the universe made sure she did save it.
Forces like the sea.
Oh.
Well, I would say that probably represents.
How can y'all believe in such a tale in that book and not believe in what they're saying here? That's contradictive.
Oh,
Believe in something you've never seen.
yeah.
Believe in.
It's a lot to decode.
This one, I
Man.
believe, was when I searched Enochian
They're showing you
angelic languages.
that there is a
And
creator.
this
They're
picture
showing you. You're
and
not
this
reading a
one,
book
I
and making
just,
up things.
You know, I bet Jason has a lot of information about this one too, because when I showed it to him, he was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like all the sigils, you know, and multiples of them put together, and very complex.
Yeah. All to do with the alchemy of the technology, I would say, the different mixtures and things you can go through, like the sun's got the element of gold. Moon would be in silver. I think it'll play a role in the alchemy of the technology.
Maybe that's why it's white.
Look at the second row from the bottom, and it's the fourth one from the right. And you see the electrical connections right there, and it's got a heart shape right in the middle.
That's why it's white, huh,
This
FPV?
The right two. Go right two more.
What row down?
No, to the right. You see
This
the heart there. Next one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This one.
See the electrical connections on the left and right?
Oh yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
And the heart.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about this one because I see
Yeah,
it
that one
here
that's
too.
there, yeah, electrical connection going on.
Wait a minute, wait.
It looks
Hold on.
like,
I gotta go back
alchemy
just a
and
minute.
Information about this one too, because when I showed it to him, he was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like all the sigils, you know, and multiples of them put together, and very complex.
Yeah. All to do with the alchemy of the technology, I would say, the different mixtures and things you can go through, like the sun's got the element of gold. Moon would be in silver. I think it'll play a role in the alchemy of the technology, what we're looking at here. You look at the second row from the bottom, and it's the fourth one from the right. And you see the electrical connections right there, and it's got a heart shape right in the middle.
This one.
The right two. Go right two more.
What row down?
No, to the right. You see
This
the heart there.
But
Next one.
Oh, this
could it
one.
possibly
Oh,
something
this
be
one.
wrong with the
Electrical
sun's
connections on the left and right.
a luminary
I sure do,
projector?
yeah.
And the heart.
I'm saying like something's wrong with the projector underground in order for it to shine white, right?
It looks like alchemy and technology kind of process.
Alchemy.
This is definitely related to the projection technology you're looking at.
Right, so-
I'm not gonna-
Okay, I guess my
I'm
question
not
is
gonna
it due
understand
to
what
the
it is.
alchemy why our sun
See, so
could possibly
jumping on
be projected as
that,
white?
that identified technology.
That's my question.
You know, and for all we know, and this is completely theoretical, these could be the actual
Could be
pieces,
bad fuel or the
kinda
Kim's hiding the,
what they look like and how
okay.
they work that are
Okay.
below. Back then, you know, people obviously saw this stuff because they can describe it with such detail, and we don't recognize it because
Thank
that's
you,
not how we
FPV.
were taught.
Yeah.
We're confused.
Alchemy was banned in the 1800s as well, so it pretty much says there people obviously practiced it up until the 1800s
Mhm.
Right.
when it was banned. So
And
I
after
think
that,
like electroplating coins with fake gold and silver. That's probably why it got banned.
yeah.
Other than that, you know, I can't go any more of that without some serious research into No, I mean, I've seen these before. When I first started doing this research, you know, looking at the angelic language, I've seen these, but it always led to a place in Greece, and then closed doors. You couldn't find any information out about what you were looking at. So you can't tell if it's real or just depiction. But if it's keep popping up and, you know, trace back to a university in Greece, I would still say it's got merit, that it pretty much relates to how things work. As we can see, you know, all this has been hidden.
Yeah.
You know, once you've got a globe and outer space, all this now becomes relevant. But
Right.
when you debunk the globe and outer space, then all this becomes very relevant. You have to go back and look at it.
Right.
Yep, and we'll
Look
turn
at
over
that.
to the Christians. Okay, so again, this depiction right here, all the angels being projected above in layers.
Oh. Wow.
Wings, or ducks, hard to tell from here.
Come on, people. This was way before FPV and One Conscience.
Yeah, they depict a lot like this, don't they? They always put humans in there or babies with wings as depictions of angels.
Now look at the Mayan calendar and look
If you
at this.
at it, it's definitely got three of the higher up halos. Like
Look at
when you show
FPV's
the 3D
depictions and
version
look
of
at
the map,
this.
that's what the top of this looks like.
And look at what they're looking at in the bottom scene. You know, that could easily be a sarcophagi with the souls inside. The souls actually being the projections. You know, the spirit, the soul, that is the projection in the sky, the luminary.
Exactly. CERN is a copy of the luminary projector if you hadn't realized this yet. People, there's more than one CERN.
Same thing that represents the projection.
Just let me clarify that. I too
Yeah,
thought there
that
was only one CERN. That's in CERN, Switzerland. It's 750 feet circumference and I believe 350 feet deep. Let them tell it. Then I started watching FPVs and One Conscious and Cat's Eyes channel, and all of a sudden, and I started being curious. Like, wait a minute. If this is going to be true to me, then it has to be more than one CERN. Yes, CERN, they're everywhere. People, these CERN machines, these particle colliders are everywhere. There's not just one in CERN, Switzerland. They're everywhere. Please pay attention. As above, so below. These CERN, y'all just think it's CERN? They help depict our sun, our moon's paths from the underground. Crop circles. That's coming up next if we're still here. But just, yeah, pay attention, people. They make so much sense here.
Represent the souls in the sarcophagi, and above is the actual projection of what's in the sarcophagi below. That's above, so below. You've got to keep remembering that, guys. It's trying to tell you right there what you're seeing in the sky taking place below.
Do you know the origin of this photo? Because I do not.
No,
And I apologize.
ISS.
When I find some of these photos, I'm just searching for different phrases like angels and angelic language and, you know, different ones that definitely grab my interest pop up that I can see what they're saying. So therefore I save them.
She's awake.
Talk about it like now. A lot of these FPV may or may not have even seen.
I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah. You know, that's another reason I want to do this was get some of this other stuff out there. There's a lot of good information, you know, what you're looking at. It's amazing. So this is just the center of the one we were just looking at.
Yeah, the veins depicted it lovely.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of their codexes still remain undecoded, but it's pretty much going to tell you the same as the other cultures speak.
All right. I have to walk her. Hold down the chit chat, guys.
Just localized depictions of how it's been told.
Yeah.
Probably the best way to word it. You know, you look at the ones from the Far East, it's different people in the depictions, like Asian type people. It's still the same underworld and technology.
I know. I'm about to walk her now, mister. Right now.
You can't see a particle accelerator on Shiva, you're not looking.
Yeah. Yeah, all of these agents are kind of saying the same thing. So then, of course, we've got the famous arc.
Yeah, I still haven't talked about this. About the arc, I was supposed to do it in one of the last presentations. I'll do a quick run through now if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, right. You remember from the 12 gates when we basically broke down how the particle accelerator works and how it creates radioactive material from the accelerator, which, as Ezekiel in scripture described, the wheel within a wheel. So he's trying to describe the particle accelerator there. And the eyes round about it are the ejection ports for the radioactive matter that gets ejected. And the hot coals ejected are the radioactive materials that's been created. It's an element to matter technology. This technology by design can create two forms of energy that I can see. It can produce electricity and radioactive materials, which we know has got the same kind of high voltages as the equipment that generated it. It can power nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers for a very long time. There's no shortage of electricity or radioactive materials. Now, what you're looking at here, the Ark of the Covenant, run by Scripture, it would be, to me, the best word I can give this is a portable power generator. You would put your hot coals in there, and the arcing would appear across the top, across the wings. Positive and negative, there'd be two angels, one on each side. You've got a mobile generator, basically, a mobile power unit you can take around. That's why it's got the handle, you know, so you carry it around, you've got mobile power. So it's a mobile power supply. That's what it's trying to tell you. Now, you look at the, I think it was a war, I can't remember who was warring, but one of these was won in a war. And the people that won this particular battle took it back to their city. They opened it for all the locals to look at. Now, after a short time, all these people became very ill. Now, if you're looking at radioactive materials, I would not be surprised if they became very ill, because it's okay in small doses. You're not supposed to be handling it or you know, playing around with it like they probably were. So eventually, that many people became ill. They sent it back. They sent it back to the people that they basically wanted it from. They said, okay, we don't want it, you can have it back. You know, they thought it was cursed, but it's just because they were playing around with the power source inside, really. So, you know, it's telling you right there, you know, it has to be handled correctly. You can't just play around with this technology. You know, it's nuclear technology you're playing with, basically. But, you know, we call it nuclear in our age, radioactive, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. The atomic age, if you look at our 12 Gates video, you will see how Tesla's work kind of propelled this research further for humanity. But, you know, Tesla wanted to give it to the world for free. He knew what it was. He wanted to give it to the world free electricity. He knew how it worked. And, you know, that's when he was shut down and it all got privatized and monetized and hidden. That's all what it all relates to. It's been an ongoing process of man reverse engineering the technologies in the underworld. And looking at these kind of depictions, you know, clearly we were taught at one point in our history how to harness it and use it. We were taught this. You can't get away from that. You know, geoglyphs, petroglyphs, hieroglyphs. You'll find in scriptures, if you read them or decode them correctly, you're going to see the same thing we're seeing. It's everyone knew how we worked. That seems, how did we forget? You know, everyone seems to have got how we worked. That's what I find strange. You know, you'll see people, like that chap that puts videos out, he's just put a new one out here over in India. He goes around all these old temples. You know, this is a guy that's, these temples are local to him, and he doesn't know what they mean. You think, how can we not know what these things used to mean? You know, these are local to your area. Why are we not seeing what these mean anymore? How did we forget? Something's happened in our history where we've completely forgot our past and how things were. You know, the only thing I can put it down to one is when the globe was invented, you know, and obviously we were pushing the globe, and over time and wars and book burnings, everything's forgotten. So, you know, now it's a case of rediscovering what was once known. That's where we're at. Although we're not topic a bit there, but it's a lot to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah, his channel's Phenomenal Travels. He's not I mean, he just goes firsthand and he does some really good videos. I'm not sure, CD, if that's the one from the Vatican. Again, I just search different topics and download, you know, save the pictures to.
Well, this will be one of many, guys. You know, this was taught to everyone in those times. It's not unique to the Vatican or the Middle East or anywhere. Everywhere around the world was being taught how this worked. The Vatican is just one piece of many others. You know, it's another small piece of the jigsaw.
Here's another one, and it looks like it has that same odd language markings.
Yeah. You may never decode all that, you know, them languages. I don't have to look at the actual writing. I look at the images portrayed, and I can decode it looking at the images. Top right, see the image at the top right?
Yeah.
It's like a star shape on a shield. I've seen that before in, I think it's Sumerian. This could be a Sumerian piece, this. I think there at the top, you know, that, to me, that's another depiction of an accelerator. With that little partial image you can see on the top right, like a star on a shield. Where it's got like waveforms coming out of it. I think that's a depiction of an accelerator.
Yeah. The whole point, really, I mean, is they're all telling the same story.
Yeah.
They really are. They're all telling the same story. That this is how it worked, and they all knew it.
It's just too much. They can't hide all this. It's just too much.
We don't know it, but we're learning. I mean, now.
It's got the accelerator exam. See the circle for who? That represents an accelerator.
See all the eyes?
Oh yeah, all the eyes round about it. This whole depiction has an accelerator basically. I can imagine an accelerator in the underworld. It's also probably got a, you know, like what you might call a gate guardian or a figurine beside it there at a solid gold. It's going to have something like that telling you what it is and what its walls is. Perfect examples of them is like the Tutankhamun sarcophagus. You have a look at that, that's got 6 wings on, that's a representation of a seraphim. In other words, another technology in the underworld. God, they've hidden a lot, they really have.
Yeah. And is this, look at his weird long fingers, and is the snake.
Yeah.
Didn't you talk about those before? Like.
Oh yeah, the snake represents the radioactive material forming. And it just keeps, you know, because it's a free energy source, and it just keeps burning and burning away.
Snake represents the radioactivity. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to look at it from my perspective. I have been filming snakes in the skies, literally 3 years strong. Me filming serpents in the sky, mouths wide open, tongue hanging out serpents. I'm talking very visual, very, you didn't have to guess what I was seeing, even if you were standing beside me. So I now know he just clearly told me what that meant. Do you understand my relevance to them, like how I can connect with them? I didn't know them at all. Now listen to what he says. Not knowing that there is somebody watching, such as myself, who has filmed serpents as well in the heavens. Serpents, birds, birds are huge. I have more of an understanding of what I was filming, thinking in a engineered, mechanical, thinking more so not on a 3D, more or less on a 4 or 5D. You have to think on that level, the level that they were on when they depicted all this and carved all this. And, you know, it took a lot of time to make that statue and or carvings in the, think about respect what they went through to deliver us this message and then try to consider whether it's important or not. Understand? They left. Sandy Ann, please stop. She's literally taking her nose and burying it in her food, just moving it around because I'm talking. Stop. She's Sandy. Y'all hear her? Doesn't just ornery. Anywho, respect the message that we're giving. This is what just came to me. They don't get to get on a laptop and copy and paste this. You understand that they didn't get to do that. Well, maybe they could have, I don't know, but they didn't. They chose to work in such a tremendous way with such preciseness. Like, this message is it was obviously very important to the person who carved this. So in all respect that. If you don't respect anything else, they didn't just draw that for nothing. They wanted us to have the freedom of thinking, right? So enjoy your freedom. Go way far-fetched with this, because you're right. It's stranger than fiction. But much respect to the Mayans, to the all angelic ones. Much respect to the underground for at least giving us a heads up. Y'all ain't getting this heads up. You see what I'm saying? We need more people to get this heads up. Because when you do, Sandy Ann Jones, really? Stop. You can come out when I'm done. Y'all, if she would not jump out all over me, I would let her out. But anywho, and just respect what they did. They didn't write it down on paper made out of trees. They really had to be artistic for this. Okay? Just respect that. Please. If anything, respect that. It's easy for me to tell you things through the internet. It's easy for y'all to Google anything. That's so easy. We can pass this message. This is the easiest way to pass the message. And I feel like since it's so simple, jump on board. Help us. We need help with this. Because the genius behind this is your creator. Just saying. Stop looking at him as flesh and human. Don't put him in a vessel. Him, her, them. Don't do that. Don't just think of it in glory. Glory is the best way I can say this. Like, think glory, think light. Yeah, you can add some wings in there if you choose to, but respect what you're looking at.
Copernicus. You have a look at that, that's got 6 wings on. That's a representation of a centipede. In other words, another technology in the underworld. God, they've hidden a lot, they really have.
Yeah. And is this look at his weird long fingers and is the snake.
Yeah.
Did you talk about those before? Like
Oh yeah, the snake represents the radioactive material forming. And it just keeps,
Sandy.
It's a free energy source, so it just keeps burning and burning away kind of thing. But, I'm not going to pretend to know how it works, the technology, but not the technology, how it burns, but it basically means it's rejuvenating itself over and over, like what we've seen in the North Gates.
I am a teacher.
When the sun has to go through its cleaning cycle, and then it rejuvenates it new. Same kind of process.
Yeah, and the thing that
with a repeating cycle.
The instrument you see in its hand right here, well, to me, still eternal life, like it's everlasting. So what it tells me is, other than that mechanically needed to be oiled every now and again, it will keep regenerating. Maybe you don't have to stop for an oil change. I don't know, but I'm trying to help y'all realize how I look at it now. Now, I know that that's a sign of infinity. It's a sign of he lives forever. But if you look at it mechanically, he will always be a part of that production, of that. He's always going to be there. Kind of like Jesus. It's always going to be depicted in the story. And I think you have to have a keen sense of digging deeper. Like respecting what they had to do to send us this message and how easy it is for us now. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Michael.
Yeah, again, with the temple, all the depictions around it. Don't think this is the same one. No, it's not.
Temples like that will represent, like Shiva or one of the other ones, depending where it is and which depictions are on it. They're all depicting various what we would call deities. They're not really deities. They're angel technology in the underworld. That'll represent one of those technologies down below. Notice the bull, the ram. The bull. Can't tell what the other creatures are, but it looks like a bull there.
And these look like rams, the small ones, because see their horns, how they're, the ones sitting down look like bulls. Which is,
It's horrible. Yeah, that'll be depicting one of the technologies, you know, like Shiva depicts one. This will be another. I can't remember all their deities.
A picture says 1,000 words.
The primary
Indeed,
eight on our
SS.
grid that we show in the center, that's what the lines that go in the center, there's 8 of them. This could represent one of those.
right. Okay. This one's just a Chinese. Which I haven't really looked a lot into the Chinese. There's just one I saved. They're different.
Take notice how
I guess.
they do research. Like they
It's kinda blurry.
research. Real research,
But this
people.
was the language that looked like it was just
They
on
don't
that
stop at
Sumerian
English.
tablet.
Or
It's not really a
tradition,
good picture.
or religion.
Doesn't look like the
Or
same
tablet.
markings that were just on that Sumerian, stone
A lot of people are afraid of
or
real research.
Babylonian. Jason said Sumerian or Babylonian for that old one. But yeah, again,
Wow.
energy. This is, to me, it looks like pieces. There's arrows, directional markers.
Yep.
This is how it works. This is how it flows.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull anything out of that. It's just another language
Welcome,
telling the same
Just.
story to me now.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
I need to see the
Creeper Master,
you know, the
Art,
geoglyphs.
starting to look at you a different way.
I know you're talking.
Now you're back.
Pretty sure you can see the electrical process going on there with them cables that actually lead up to those.
If that's not a light
That could
bulb, I
actually
don't know what
represent
is.
2 large bulbs, light bulbs.
Come on now.
Or it's if those are snakes in that chamber, then it's
Theoretically,
going to generate
think about it. How did they have fire burning so far
radioactive
below?
materials and trap them
Without
in
oxygen?
another container.
They
You
had
know,
to
this
have
could
another
be
light source.
Roughly how your Baghdad batteries are made and charged. Although people call them Baghdad batteries, I would imagine in those times it wasn't just Baghdad that was using batteries. Most people in the world probably knew how to use batteries. It's this technology, the radioactive materials that's used for them. It's a mobile power source, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that piece down the center of it. It's like a pneumatic ram or something there. But when you look at it, I think it represents an electrical process going on the bit below it, with the 4 bars and the rod going through them. Yeah, again, it's like
Yes,
I mean, if
SS.
it's supposed to be
Yes.
snakes, that's definitely radioactive material. So yeah, that's probably a Baghdad battery. Well, I'm saying Baghdad, but any kind of battery, it's a radioactive battery. Basically, it was probably nuclear aircraft carriers and submarines.
Yeah. And again, the shape of the Ark of the Covenant, how
Right.
they come up, they touch, all this stuff is the same.
It's showing you there. how
See,
it's
SS
created.
made a connection. Did anyone else?
Yeah, clever stuff. It shows you mankind's been harnessing these energies and technologies for quite some time. For it to be depicted like that, they must have known in those times how to harness it and utilize it.
Now this right here.
This next one is a line of all the different gods that were depicted to
Of you in the chit chat
relate
should
with the
get this.
different luminaries.
Let me see who gets it. Who makes the
Yeah.
connection?
sun and moon are here.
Yeah.
But if we look at all the way they look, they all have the same stuff going on. The projectors coming out of their heads. You know, they all have their little staffs or their little, what is that? The is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Which are also portrayed in some pictures as the little bag they carry around. You know?
Yeah, all them there will probably be various parts of the, say, the sun projector or any quick illuminary. They're all going to have the same kind of projection system.
Yeah, which is going to be seen all the time.
All
They're
those will
infinity.
depict various parts of the projector. That's what you're looking at. You know, the ones with the thing above the heads, the projection, I should say. They're the one that's the part that projects. And these are the, you know, to me these are components of these sun projector. And other projectors, if you know any of them, if any others represent like the moon or any other luminary. Yeah, these are various components on the sun projector. The anibus is the one that shuts it down, basically. Remember the eater of the ass wording? There's the ass right there. Yeah, there's some very bad recordings we noticed. And
Okay, welcome, trolls. Your time's up, though.
Because,
thanks, Jason.
If you look at anibus, it's got that down there. I think it represents that one. That's like an ass, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's at the West Gate. So basically, in the recording of the 12 Gates, one was reading from. It worded that role as the eater of the ass.
We changed it.
Yeah, one didn't want to add that part. So after when I'd done the presentation, I realised what it was actually telling you.
Freaks
really
come out at night.
It's cleaning the rear of the machine. So a better decoding of it would mean this is the process that cleans the rear of the sun projector. That's what it was really trying to tell you. It's just worded badly and wrong by someone, possibly on purpose. Yeah, I'll call it the.
It makes sense now how a lot of Asians, absolutely, SS,
yeah, it's
have salted eyes like spiritual genetic engineering.
When it's in the West getting shut down. It was really
SS, you see, she's making connections.
Yeah, I left that part out. I actually called it the Ah because that was the alternate name it was giving. But Ah was translating out to the eater of the ass, and
Yeah.
But decoded it sounds a lot better.
It's cleaning the rear of the sun projector because there is a cleaning cycle due to the build of radioactive materials that's
LOL creeper.
About it. So over time, it's getting all this radioactive material produced and it has to dispose of it, which is obviously why it uses the lava tubes and the volcanoes. They're part of the cleaning process. Remember, the Lake of Fire to us now is a radioactive lake of produced matter by this technology. So we're looking at it now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this one was a building that they had drawn these sigils on. I believe they were Enochian.
Okay.
Which I think some of them are similar to that angelic language if you look at them.
Yeah. Not that we're going to decode much of them, but more of the same, and the same processes all can be involved in that technology.
Yes. We are due for a cleaning, yes.
Like we said about the gold being the
every 3,600 or however many years cleaning, yes.
And obviously by design, these
FPV.
technologies can create different elements depending on their configuration, frequencies, etc., etc. There's a lot to look at and decode. You know, we'll probably never get all that decoding, but it doesn't matter to us as long as we can decode what the technology is and does. That's the most important part. I think we're doing a great job of that now. You know, how we can relate technology to the luminary.
With a bunch of minds together, things could become decoded.
Yes.
It's just impossible just two people to decode everything.
Not only that, there might be people out there can decode them, but they haven't got a clue what it's supposed to be related to. And if we look
According to the Hopis, are we due for something that might not be cleaning like the ones in the past, though?
Kind of
great question, Jason.
The information can at least get out there and maybe the right person will find it. all it takes is the right person with the right information, you know, to be able to relate it to what they already know.
Hello, that would be me.
This is another temple.
See how y'all taught me up?
More depiction of the chariot there. You know, the chariot is basically one of the projectors. Chariot moving around in the underworld.
A projector.
Got an accelerator here, the wheel.
Yeah.
Turning it.
Your book said so,
Get your gods.
Christians.
Shivas.
I mean, the book says everything that they're showing you. The book said it, right?
Yeah, more depiction
It's
of the
there.
underworld, isn't it? And it's working.
Yeah.
That's what we noticed, guys. Your tribal leaders, your chiefs, your elders, your kings, queens, royals. In times of old, they used to take great pride in depicting how this
Yes,
world
she
works.
did. One conscious did a
So
great
there's
job at
long
decoding the Bureau.
You know, all these temples and sacred geometry sites and everything still exist. We don't know for long, but you can imagine the people trying to hide this is going to destroy these over time, more and more. You've seen it really come how it works. Ooh, isn't it easy?
Somebody give Creepy Master a
Which
trout.
you decoded this one before, but if you want to go quickly.
Okay, they can't see my mouse, so use yours one and point at the line going straight up towards the center of the eyeball.
Okay, this one. Oh, no,
Right,
this
that
one.
Yeah, that one there would
Every
be the high
3,600
frequency
years,
injection.
I think it is. This
Okay, and then this one.
To the left is the particle accelerator, hence it having a little curve to it. That's how you force the right hand rule, which you see
Okay.
Roger talking about.
I'm going to go back
It's
just
got
a
to have
minute
little curve there.
because I shouldn't be
Without
talking
the
during
long,
this
but you
part.
can
This is
imagine
very
people trying to hide it.
informative. Hold on.
Chariot moving around in the underworld. Yeah, more depiction of the underworld, isn't it? And it's working.
Yeah.
That's what we noticed, guys. Your tribal leaders, your chiefs, your elders, your kings, queens, royals. In times of old, they used to take great pride in depicting how this world works. Those days are long gone, but you know, all these temples and sacred geometry sites and everything still exist. We don't know for long, but you can imagine the people trying to hide this is going to destroy these over time, more and more. You've seen it really come how it works. Ooh, there's an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah, which you decoded this one before, but if you want to go quickly.
Okay, they can't see my mouse, so use yours one and point at the line going straight up towards the center of the eyeball.
Okay, this one. Oh, no,
Right,
this one.
Yeah, that one there would be the high frequency injection.
Okay, and then this one.
To the left is the particle accelerator, hence having a little curve to it. That's how you force the right hand rule, which you see Roger talking about. It's got to have a little curve there because that's what forces the right hand rule and accelerates the light. It's accelerating light into that chamber. What you're looking at where the eye is, that's a magnetic chamber. Possibly with the element of gold in there, and they're bombarding it with a square wave generator, and a high frequency injection basically. The raised eyebrow above all that is the bump in the ether caused by the particle acceleration. In other words, it's the same again, the right hand rule is also that bump in the ether. This is the secrets of creation. That bump there represents it's the right hand rule.
I am going to play that one more time.
It's got to have a little curve there
because I have to.
The right hand rule and accelerates the light.
Where'd it go? Sorry. You fast forward, do whatever you like. I have to play that part again. That is an overwhelming depiction of the all-seeing eye, you guys. But if you don't know what it is, you don't respect it.
Your tribal leaders, your chiefs, your elders, your kings, queens, royals. In times of old, they used to take great pride in depicting how this world works. Those days are long gone, but you know, all these temples and sacred
Thanks for coming, Creeper Master.
We don't know for long, but you can imagine the people trying to hide this is going to destroy these over time, more and more. You've seen it really come how it works. Ooh, there's an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah, which you decoded this one before, but if you want to go quickly.
Listen in.
They can't see my mouse, so use yours one and point at the line going straight up towards the center of the eyeball.
Okay, this one? Oh, no,
Right,
this
that-
one.
Yeah, that one there would be the high frequency injection.
Okay, and then this one.
To the left is the particle accelerator, hence having a little curve to it. That's
Right
how
here.
you go. That's how you force the right hand rule, which you see Roger talking about. It's, you know, it's got to have a little curve there because that's what forces the right hand rule and accelerates the light.
Mm.
It's accelerating light into that chamber. What you're looking at where the eye is, that's a magnetic chamber. Possibly with the element of gold in there, and they bombarded it with a square wave generator and high frequency injection, basically. The raised eyebrow above all that is the bump in the ether caused by the particle acceleration. In other words, it's the same again, the right hand rule is causing that bump in the ether. This is the secrets of creation.
Mm.
That bump there represents it's the right hand rule. It's accelerating light, in other words. That's very much part of creation. The bird on the left represents the high frequency injection.
Mm.
And the snake on the right represents the matter that's materializing before your very eyes. This is the element to matter conversion of gold circles. It's got gold in that chamber. And this snake coming out is representative of the radioactive particles it's producing. What you saw Roger see in his particle accelerator, those little particles coming out at the end of it. Obviously, this is on a bigger scale because it's going to just keep pouring out and out by the look of that. That's what the snake represents. It's the produced matter, element of matter conversion right there. That covers the eye of Horus. But you want to add some more to that one?
No. Perfect. Yeah. And I like it because it was a little gift. See his eyeball blinking on and off.
See, no.
Well.
Right, little week, was he?
This one,
This is Ezekiel's wheel, but someone else's depiction of what it means. No, they've got it wrong. You know, they're assuming straight away it's vehicles that fly in the sky. But when you look at Mauro Biglino's recordings, this is a chap who worked at the Vatican translating Old Testament. Now he tells you in his video, angels are technology, angels are robots. He's basically telling you, and he said in there, you know, Yahweh, who jumped on the back of the sun projector basically and rode along on the vehicle. It said he flew. Now, that's where these depictions are coming from. People think he meant he flew in the sky, but he didn't fly in the sky, because when you think about it, it's someone jumping on the back of a vehicle and flying along the ground. Basically, just picture a horse jumping on the back of a horse. They class that as flying because your feet are on the ground. So they can see how people's got confused with flying in the sky. It's nothing to do with flying in the sky. It's it just rode on the back of the sun projector as it was moving along, basically. Sounds easy to do.
Wow.
Just go down there, jump on it, guys, and get a free ride.
Wow.
But that's basically what someone's done, and that's what's been recorded in scripture. And these are various depictions of the things that they were trying to portray, but it was not flying in the sky. And it's the sun projector, basically. Well, pick a projector, there's more than the sun. Someone rode along on the back of one. That's where that depiction came from. And this is someone, if you look at that, the one in the center is like a wheel in a wheel. That's what this is someone trying to figure out what Ezekiel was trying to describe. And the eyes round about it, but if you look at it, it's clearly a part of the accelerator. Like the being that's on it, this might not actually be, depicting a human. It could be one of these characters that we've mentioned. It could just be, like a figurine on the sun projector.
Mm-hmm.
Like a teddy bear on the front of your car. For one thing,
I would have never known that connection if I hadn't ever been concerned about CERN.
Okay, well, or you want to more to that?
nope, that was perfect. Yep.
The alpha method.
Uh-huh.
More stuff to learn.
Malachim. So yeah, this one it depicted with their names with the symbols. So as well as looking again like circuit boards.
It's almost over, you guys. You're doing great.
Yeah, some of the ones that we've seen inside the angelic ones, circle.
Mhm.
It's like some kind of a different language of them kind of depictions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Different processes again. Or it could be something that says the alphabet. It might just be an alphabet.
It could be.
And it just looks similar to what we've been looking at.
Yeah, but I like the way they all look like circuit boards.
I like Eve, Jason said.
Yeah.
SS is on
Look at the
point.
guy right in front of you, the largest one you can see. What's that circle behind his head, guys? The halo. These are the halos you see in the sky.
Look at that, y'all.
The angel in the underworld and the halo in the sky.
You can't make this up, man. You just can't.
In my vision. That's what it's basically telling me.
I agree.
You just can't make it up.
Now, isn't it? Why I don't know. I don't know why they personified it as humans that way. It might, there might be a character. Like you said before, the character on the sun projector, it may well look like a human.
Got our 6 layers going up.
Yep.
Just like the map.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can relate that to events in different layers in the heavens. Yeah, there's a story in every church, it seems, isn't there, on every church roof or cathedral roof.
Yep. Yep.
They'll
Yep.
be telling you the story, just
Yep.
you're not decoding what it's really telling you.
Yep, that's
Because they're
true.
hiding the underground.
Hello, Sean.
The real creators. The real creators'
Hey, Sean.
creation.
Yep, again, different
Hi, China.
traditions, different languages.
Did he say hi, China, here or there?
Yeah, it's like an alphabet again, isn't it? Learning your words and what each letter means, which is good because you can go decoding things whenever, like looking at text. That's the way to do it. You'd have to be careful because mainstream will put in place different wording to throw you off what it's really telling you. This is happening in scriptures and it's happening in geopetron hybrids as well. So I've never seen anyone decode the Eye of Horus as a Martin accelerator. And they wouldn't.
Creeper Master,
They're not gonna tell you what
how old are
words.
you? Just really, real talk.
Yeah. There's some fish if we ever need trout. Yeah, said again though, you're gonna have to decode it, and if things have been tampered with and changed, it will jump out straight at you. It's telling you, oh, there's a beauty for that. There's the Milky Way guys. That the goddess Nut. Female that's bending over the top of them all.
So I fail to believe you're 13.
Probably not. I'm just doing a bit on the Milky Way.
Yeah, so we won't get too much into that one. We'll wait.
Okay.
But it's still all telling the same
I'm
story.
starting to be
all the
very
stuff.
weary of you.
Yes, depiction of the world and the underworld.
Please don't use my chit chat for anything
The
more
world is basically the
than
heavens and the
conversation
underworld.
pertaining to the material I'm trying to show you, okay? If you're 14, then I'm
These I
being your
found
mother.
were,
Just chill out. You and your
different
friend.
totems. So we've got the pentagram.
That middle one jumps right out at me.
Well, that's the Tree of Life totem. So
And you look at 7 deities on there, you've got your 7 major luminaries, see them at the top.
yes.
7 golden candlesticks, basically.
So the one on the left is the pentagram magic totem. The Tree of Life is in the middle, and the Throne of Life magic totem is on the right.
You got the words for them.
Yeah, they're down at the
Okay.
bottom. They're hard to see. But
That's
they're
fine. If he's that young and he wants to
The eye
be
at the top,
this is
top
actually
right there, that might actually
helping
represent
him
Martin Accelerator.
grow, I'm fine with that. But
An eye shape
This is
like
no
that,
playground.
with the dots in the centre, and it's got what looks like eyelashes. Instead of them not being as eyelashes, but the radioactive material has been ejected from the eyes round about it. It's particle accelerator, in other words. The Tree of Life, there's a lot of alchemy involved in that Tree of Life. I would recommend going to our 12 Gates video. There's a bit more on that in there. So I can't break down the centre part of that Tree of Life, what it actually means, because I think it's all the various processes involved that create electricity and radioactive material. It's a technical breakdown of what's going on in these accelerators, I think. Again, you're stuck stuff for words and language, how to decode what it's telling you, because they're running into a brick wall at Greece again, or somewhere. Information is very restricted on that.
I've tried to place that symbol of the tree of life over the map in different ways. I just am not sure how it would lie, you know. I know
Yeah,
the
well,
center
I
would be
think
center, but where does it go from there? You know, I think maybe it might be all the way from the micro to the macro.
Mhm.
Like it just
That's
it's
if
bigger
you're
and bigger.
not overlay on the map. You know, I'm not thinking of overlaying on a map. I'm thinking of it somewhere at the East Gate, and this is where they're plugging in the batteries to charge them. You remember that Tree of Life depiction where you got the two characters each side with the what looks like the acorns, and they're charging. You know, they're basically charging them up off this process.
Wow.
And to me, it's part of the electrical or chemical process going on that's generating the power needed.
Yeah.
Again, you know, again, it needs more deeper decodings, which I don't think we'll get the access to what they actually mean. But that's right. I'm pretty sure that's what it relates to.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to place it now, but that might be why. Does it belong?
Yeah, they'll hide that very well.
And if it does, we just
You're right,
can't see
Creeper.
it.
The symbols do look special because you've seen them before, but now you'll be able to
The last one I found.
have a more understanding of what they are.
But it's just
Great
a
point.
decipher. So it has the different planets in the center, and then I'm not real sure it has names and numbers. It's just some kind of a decoder.
The names of various angels involved there.
Yeah.
There's lots of those. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Various names for various angels doing various roles.
Yep. The cross in the middle, we all know what that is.
Yep. Cross is what?
Each one of them seems, yeah, well, each one of the, look at the luminaries, each one of them seems to be in charge of 7 other processes. Or it could actually mean the 7 processes involved in each part of the projector of that luminary.
Like Nibiru means crossing,
Definitely our
right?
7. We've got our centerpiece.
They all begin with the letter D.
Where Shiva is,
Put it on the inside.
the destroyer.
I guess they do. I don't know.
Yeah, I've used that image before in the this video I made. But no, I can't decode it all, but I do think it relates to various names that applied to various technologies that relate to that luminary. It may very well be a breakdown of each luminary's projector. You know, I can't decode it, the word the name's me. I think it's personifying various parts of the projector.
Cool. Well, that's all I have. So,
And I'm at decoding. And actually a nice chat and look at
it was pretty good. So, yeah, I guess we'll thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate it.
Jason says they were the names of various angels. I would agree. You've got all various parts to do with various projectors, basically. When I say projector, it still means an angel like particle accelerator.
Right.
Yeah, so there's still a lot to look at, but understanding the basics of it helps so that you can understand how to kind of take what path to take when you're decoding things in the future.
Yeah, other options, you know. Look at it how we do, and you'll start seeing the real picture forming as far as I'm concerned. You know, without the construct and how it works, scripture, geopetro and hieroglyphs, and sacred geometries, they become meaningless if you haven't got anything you can relate them to. But now we have, you know, we're now applying it to how the technology works in the underworld, and it's making perfect sense.
Right.
Yep, I agree. So, all right, I'm going to end it. Say bye to everybody. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, cheers everyone. Thanks for the support and comments and chat, everyone.
Have a good day.
Other butane.
Butane.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Of course, I'll leave links in the description. Although it hadn't been easy to do that lately, I don't know why. But I'm having a problem copying and pasting them and putting them in there lately. I don't know why. But sorry, I'm eating.
Hello.
That's rude.
So today let's talk about our conscience
Come
and
on.
unconscious mind. So our conscience is to be aware, intentional, and responsive.
Hold on, guys.
Unconscious,
I'm just pushing
on the
buttons.
other
That's
hand,
all.
refers to being unaware or perform.
There we go. Okay. Apparently, my demanding companion over here seems as if she wants to go back out. I think it was too cold for her. And she wanted to hurry up and come back in, as I did as well. Poopy noises across the room. Ha! You're silly. If we have to ban someone else, uh-oh. Creep master, we're doing so good. It just if you're truly an adolescent, you're always welcome here. But just, mind yourself. That's all. We all have to mind our own. But if I'm reaching out to such a young community, I mean, I have to question, are you trolling or are you actually listening? You did ask a great question a few moments ago. I'll give you that. But you're always welcome. Yes, he did, mister. He did great for a while. For a moment. I had his undivided attention. But overall, I'm overwhelmed that such a young person would be in the chat. Which leaves me curious to why, but I thought it was a great chit-chat tonight. Meantime, I have to go walk my companion, and I'm going to feed my face. So love and light to you guys. Thank you. Tomorrow, I want to continue with, in reference to the crop circles, FPV. I'll try to go earlier tomorrow. Again, I'm working around my Wi-Fi. It has no minds of what I want to. At no point. Sandy, I'm coming. So love and light to each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow, crop circles. The reason and the why. Hopefully, you're having more of an understanding. Love and light. Take care. Thanks, guys. Thanks for my mods. Thanks for slashing and dicing and yeah. Love and light. Take care, guys. Good night. Sleep well.